In the last video, we discussed the first part of my greatest Olympic prizes by J.C. Owen, and what we have found, he crossed the huge distance. He took the voyage to come to Berlin, Germany. And after reaching there, what he discovered the first thing that's the discrimination that's related to creed, color, and religion. Hitler's supremacy theory or Aryan supremacy theory. And he took a challenge with him that with his performance he would prove that a game, a sport should be taken sportily. More than winning the medal, we should think about participation. And before winning or losing, we should think that we should not give up. Hitler kept Lars Long in the vault so that he could bring him out at the time of the game and shock the entire world. But J.C. Owen was not that kind of person who would give up due to the bullying came out from Shylock and his Nazi followers. Now, what is Nazism here? That is a part of your history chapter that is called the rise of dictatorship. After the First World War, where Germany got defeated by those Allied force, and there was Treaty of Versailles, where Germany were given certain number of conditions which had to be followed, and Germany was quite dissatisfied. Adolf Hitler raised the idea of nationalism. It was not that kind of nationalism that you should love your country. It is such kind of nationalism which inspires others to hate other countries. So nationalism is good, but nationalism to Hitler's concept is not the correct one. So that very nationalistic feeling was there in Germany everywhere. The followers of Nazi idealism, they followed that nationalistic feelings, and they had a belief. This Adolf Hitler had a belief that the German race is far better than all other races in the world in case of intellectuality, in case of physical build, in case of any other fields. So there is going to be a big question mark, and that will be raised by J.C. Owen. Let us see these very events. Let us go through the very events and understand the historical background of this very story, as well as the message to be conveyed in this very story. Every athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes, as any coach will tell you. I was no exception. On the first of my three qualifying jumps, I leaped from several inches beyond the take-off board for a foul. On the second jump, I fouled even worse. Did I come 3,000 miles for this? I thought bitterly. To foul out of the trials and make fool of myself. During the practice period, what error Owen committed was that he did not jump from the proper line. He crossed the line and committed fouls. He made a question to himself. Had he crossed these 3,000 miles from straight to America to Berlin only to commit fouls? It somewhat broke his morality and the mental strength. And let us see then what happened to him. Walking a few yards from a pit means enclosure, I kicked disgustedly at the dart. Disgust reveals strong displeasure. Suddenly I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned to look into the friendly blue eyes of the tall German board jumper. He had easily qualified for the finals on his first attempt. He offered me a firm handshake. JC Owens, I am Lars Long. I don't think we have met. He spoke English well, though with a German twist to it. A twist means a kind of German accent was there. So here twist stands for accent. Glad to meet you, I said, then trying to hide my nervousness. I added, how are you? I'm fine. The question is, how are you? This is a question asked by Lars Long. What do you mean? I asked. This is by Owens. So a conversation developed between J.C. Owen and Lars Long. The most important thing is that whose leader, a dictator, Adolf Hitler, wanted to declare himself as the most powerful one, who wanted to prove in front of entire world that the Germans are the best in the world. A person from that country, a person from that country which was ruled by the Nazis, behaved in a different way. So it is very ironical on part of Lars Long to behave in this manner that Owen did not expect. Lars Long was kept hidden by Adolf Hitler to surprise the world, to show the world the strength and standard of the German. But that very German, more than he was a human, proved to be a friend to J.C. Owen. Something must be eating you, he said, proud the way foreigners are when they have mastered a bit of American slang. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. This one is said by Lars Long. Believe me, I know it, I told him, and it felt good to say that to someone. The best thing that happened to Jesse Owen that he got a friend in the time of distress. He was almost broken down. He got totally broken down. That time, a hand of friendship, not a friend, not a hand to shake hand, but a hand of friendship came to him, helped him to stand up and get back the strength, get back the confidence in him. Something must be eating you stand that something is destroying Jesse Owens internally. Proud the way foreigners are when they have mastered a bit of American slangs. Jesse Owens felt proud that foreigners can also use at least American slangs, not the pure American language. So that also some kind of satisfaction to Jesse Owens that Lars Long was using American. For the next few minutes, we walked together. I did not tell Long what was eating me, but he seemed to understand my anger, and he took pains to reassure me. Although he had been schooled in Nazi youth movement, he did not believe in the Aryan supremacy business any more than I did. So this is the most important line. Although he had been schooled in the Nazi youth movement, he did not believe in the Aryan supremacy business any more than I did. Though he was a German, somewhat taught by those Nazi ideologists, but he did not follow that Aryan supremacy theory that the German are the pure Aryan blood and they are better than anyone else in the world. That he did not believe. We laughed over the fact that he really looked the part though. an inch taller than I. An inch taller than I, he had a lean, muscular frame, clear blue eyes, blonde hair, that means golden hair, and a strikingly handsome, chiseled face. Finally, seeing that I had calmed down somewhat, he pointed to take off board. So, in this part, we have seen a pure friendship got developed. Now, friendship or a relationship cannot be cannot be cannot be directed by the geographical boundaries or the religious or racial boundaries. Friendship is beyond all these things, and a pure friendship developed between a German and an American. More than that, it revived the confidence in Jason to stand up again, to rise again, and do something spectacular. So, this friendship is far more valuable than the golden medal, far more valuable than winning a race. Coming here in Germany, J.C. Owen might have lost his confidence, might be bullied, but more than that, he got the most beautiful thing in life, a pure friend and an unconditional love from last long. So, this is the second part of this. Finding doubt, you should let me know. Thank you.